Hello and welcome back to Duel Links. We got a Hasselberry farm for you guys. I'm currently using UBEL. It is the most successful farm with the highest farm rate. So I know that not everyone might have UBEL, but it is by far the best farming deck because of his superconductor dinosaur that can actually inflict life point damage upon you. But this by far is the most successful farming deck that I have found so far. Ubel, you want the 3 copies of Ubel along with the Terror Incarnate and the Ultimate Nightmare. Uh, your main goal here is to just try and get Terror Incarnate out on the field because his effect allows you to destroy all of your opponent's monsters. So no matter what, and it's not destroyed by battle phase. He has nothing to actually destroy your monster effect wise. So as soon as you get Terra Incarnate out there, it's a win-win. Montage Dragon is in this. This is a level 30 reward from one of the GX or the 5D's character. The Montage Dragon allows you to special summon this card. That's why you save it till the very end of the duel. You special summon him. You throw your other 3. You throw the Ultimate Nightmare and your other 2 Ubels into the graveyard to special summon this one, and he has a nice fat stack of attack. So then you can just use your Union attacks on the Gravekeeper's Vassal like you normally do for any good farming deck. Pathfinder is put in here just so you could search for Fire King Island, which Fire King Island is just there to try and help you destroy Ubel so you can summon Terra Incarnate. Same with the Fire King Avatar, because this card, once it's destroyed and sent to the grave, you're allowed to destroy a card from your hand, which, as long as Ubel is in your hand, you destroy it, you special summon Terra Incarnate. Sangan is in here just on the simple fact of searching. These are not required. Planet Pathfinder and Sangan are not required for this deck, but it does help with the consistency if you don't start with Ubel, any type of Ubel, because the skill I'm using, My Name is Ubel, allows you to throw, if you have drawn either the Ultimate Nightmare or Terra Incarnate, you can throw it back in the deck and you can pull out a Ubel. It's very handy. It allows even more consistency with this deck. The last one here that we have is just the other Fire King. It allows you to search for your other Fire King. Now the big evolution pill is in here for the simple fact of when he plays his field spell, the Lost World, he will sometimes summon a dinosaur token to your side of the field. So if he does not destroy it, typically he does destroy all of the dinosaur tokens that he summons on your side of the field, but if he does not, this big evolution pill allows you to sacrifice that token, so then you can finish out your last turn with Montage Dragon and then Gravekeeper's Vassal. And the last card that we have is the Secret Pass to the Treasures, which allows you to attack the life points directly. So, let's jump in here to this duel replay. I do the duel replay on these farming just on the simple fact that it takes a while if I don't use the replay. So, let's jump in here and I'll explain what I'm doing as I'm going. Because once you summon Terra Incarnate, like I said, you're just basically farming out the rest of your deck. In this one, it does not really matter if you go first or second. But as you can see, I started with Ubel, so I set Fire King Yashtar, and you will see the attacks, destroy Ubel from my hand, and then I summon Terror Incarnate. And now this is just a waiting game. And I just threw Sangan down there so I could just basically thin my deck a little bit, make it a little bit quicker. So now this is just a complete drawing affair of... One thing I will mention, if you're using the Fire King Island to destroy Ubel, do not continue to lay more Fire King Islands on top of it, because then it will actually classify this, because once it's sent to the graveyard, it destroys all your monsters on your side of the field, which then it doesn't stop you from winning, but it does bring out the other U-Bell to where then you only have 2 U-Bells for your Montage Dragon, so it's not as much of an attack, but you still need 3 monsters on Montage Dragon, so you'll have to keep another Fire King or Planet Pathfinder in your hand. Now don't be afraid to set these spell cards as you're going along. You can set your union attacks in these 2 spots. I always either leave this one open or set your fossil card there. But as you can see from the Lost World, he was summoning tokens on our side of the field. Therefore, we want to make sure that we keep that pill card there. That way, if he does not destroy it, we can at least sacrifice his token to where then we have our 2 monster zones that we need. We're almost through this duel now. Only 2 more cards to draw. And it is actually really hard for him to deck out on you, just on the simple fact that he starts with a 30 card deck as opposed to just a 20. Yes, he might have some deck searches and stuff in there, but so do you. For Montage Dragon, I threw 3 in there. Activate the 3 spells that you need, apply them all to Gravekeeper's Vassal. As you can see, he will activate Survival's Instinct, but that just gives him a little bit more extra life points, but it doesn't matter since you're swinging at him with 18,000 attack. So there it is. There's an extremely successful farm. I will show you a second farming deck. This one is not nearly as consistent, just on the simple fact that if he's using his superconductor Tyranno, he will basically effect damage you out to where you'll lose the duel. That, and it actually takes 3 different cards for you to get the basically the wall that allows him not to attack you, because your goal here is to summon the legendary fisherman, and the way that you do that is you have to play the legendary ocean. If you play legendary ocean, fisherman becomes 4 stars where you can summon him directly, and then you use spirit barrier to protect your life points. This does work. It's definitely not the best, but this is a nice little alternative if you cannot complete the U-Bell deck. I have Crystal Seer in here. That way, when I can choose over the next 2 over the next 2 cards, I can pick one of those 2 cards. So it helps get through your deck a little bit quicker. Same with the Good Goblin Housekeeping. This will basically do what the Crystal Seer does, which allows you to draw a card and then put one on the bottom of your deck, so you can make sure that you don't mill out your cards that you need. And then you need 3 union attacks, because if not, you won't get the extra damage that you need from just having 2 legendary fishermen's. Because if you only do 2, it's just like at 8,000. It's not quite over that 9999 mark. So you will need 3 of the union attacks, and along with the secret pass to the treasures. I'm running balance in this deck because balance basically states if you have 6 of monsters, 6 spells, and 6 traps, you will start with at least one of each in your hand. So you're guaranteed a monster, guaranteed a spell, guaranteed a trap. And if you notice, you basically have a 50-50 shot on each one of those. With the monster, you got basically a 50% chance of getting the correct monster, 50% chance of getting the correct spell, 50% chance of getting the correct trap. So it can help. It does help get the correct traps and stuff that you need. If you don't get all 3, you might get the legendary fisherman, legendary ocean, and Good Goblin Housekeeping. And then you still have your 4th card, which that one can be any of them, but those 3, you're guaranteed those. So this is a nice little farming This is another farming method for Hasselberry. It's definitely not as consistent as the UBEL. I strongly suggest UBEL if you have those cards. If not, you can use the Fisherman, but it's definitely not going to be as consistent. But it can get you at least up there to where you can get Hasselberry unlocked, to where you can get him unlocked and you can start farming up him and his character. So, hope this helps you guys. Yeah, definitely helped me getting this Hasselberry farm. I'm going to continue farming him, try and get all of the rewards from his event. So keep dueling. Hit that subscribe button if you like this video. Give me a like, give me a comment if you'd like to see something different. Other than that, have a good one and keep on dueling.